Hello, class. All right, so today is October 15th, and I just want to congratulate many of you for surpassing the first 8 weeks for the most part, because we have 8 more to go. So you're halfway home. I'm telling you, you can do this. So I wanted to go over a couple of things, and you should be able to see my screen. So please email me if you are unable to see what I am trying to show you. And this is in reference to the essays that I have been grading thus far. And I didn't want to wait too long in terms of feedback. So far from what I have been seeing, I wanted to just share some tidbits, and I will also be sending out an email indicating for those of you who would like to resubmit your essay for a higher grade or for based on my comments, what have you, where I'm indicating that you must resubmit. This will help you definitely, especially for the second one. I want you to keep in mind, and this video might be a little bit longer than usual, but this is important. I graded you on the first essay on structure, okay? So it's important that you remember that. For your second essay, it's going to get even more difficult, where you're not only getting a grade on structure in terms of having your thesis, having the right heading, and the right supporting details, but you're also getting graded on grammar. I did relay this earlier in the previous videos, but I'm not sure if many of you got that. So I'm not playing around. I will give you a 0 if I see that you are not following the structure. I've provided you examples in your textbook, gave you an example from your classmates. So I even provided you an online video. So it's really important. It would behoove you to follow the guidelines, because I'm not wasting time grading someone's paper who has not dedicated the time to even look at the examples that I've provided, okay? So first things first, okay? I wanted to highlight additional resources that you can use. And I'm sorry if there's a lot of noise in the background. Students are walking in the hallway, so they're coming out of class, and I'm hoping that they would return to their next class, or go to their next class rather. All right, so anyway, so here is one particular resource, and it's called Purdue OWL, or Online Writing Lab, and you can use this to help you in terms of your essay. I'm also going to show you how to create your heading, because I know that there's some people who are old school like me, okay, who were not really taught in terms of how to, create your formatting for your essay. Okay, so first things first. So this is Purdue, or OWL English Purdue .edu. So if you look over here, for the most part, you will see all the different components. And what I am showing you is the sample paper, and I have it already available for you. I'm going to click on this tab. And your goal eventually as a college student is to get to this level in terms of writing, okay? So for Comp 1, Comp 2, your professors are going to change things on you just to make sure that you have flexibility in your writing. But for this class, it's mainly structure. It's easier for me to see that you can connect your thesis statement to your topic sentences. It's like a multiple choice for me, so that way I can see that, okay, this person's on point. They know that they have a sentence, or a topic sentence rather, that connects to their thesis statement. So you might want to be creative. Don't go there in this class. This is not the class to do that. You have Comp 1, Comp 2, creative writing, where you can go all over the place and really be creative in your writing. I need to see that you get thesis statement, that you get what a topic sentence is, that you get what supporting details are. So, and also just the overall structure. So it's important that you pay close attention, okay? So here really and truly mimics the beginning steps, or the final product, but I want you to start with the beginning steps in terms of my class. So again, I'm not making this stuff up. Look at this particular example that they give you in terms of the student, Elizabeth Angeli, and how everything is structured. The boxes indicate what you need to have in terms of your essay. So it tells you, okay, I'm highlighting it for you, here's what you need to have. The structure of the date, I'm not making this up. Okay, it's online. This is a well-known online resource. So you need to make sure that you have the structure. And again, your professors for other classes, they'll say, oh, you don't need to have this, you don't need to have that. But for your final paper, for whether you're getting your master's degree or bachelor's, a lot of professors want an MLA approved format. And this is what it is. So I'm not making this up, okay? I also want to highlight, again, some of you did not have the last name and the page number. I'm going to show you very shortly how to go about doing that. So please make sure that you utilize the example that I provide you to help you find or to help you know how to write your formatting for your heading. Then you have, again, your name, professor's name, the class, the date, and then the title. I noticed that a lot of you were not capitalizing the title. I'm not sure what happened, but again, if you follow the examples that I've provided you thus far, you should be able to remember that your heading, or your title rather, should be in the right format, where you capitalize the first letter of each word except for your articles. So like a, for example, or the word of or the in the middle of your sentence, you do not capitalize it, okay? So please make sure that you follow instructions. Then for the beginning of each paragraph, you indent, okay? Now, for those of you that already know this, I know that you're saying, I already know this, Ms. Bentham, but that's great. Kudos to you. But some of you took it an extra step, and I was happy to see that. You wanted to cite some work, okay? And it's important to make sure you use the right format. So some of you did make a reference to a particular quote or something of that particular sort, but just make sure that you indicate it, but there are correct formats, and I believe it mentions it somewhere on this page. I don't remember offhand, but it gives you examples. For instance, Dan Hoff 5, it's indicating that, hey, I took a quote from a book, but this is an example of what you should do for MLA, especially for those kind of classes. For my class, you don't have to do that, okay? But as long as you make a reference, that's perfectly fine. Some of you, or a couple of you so far, I should say, had, and this is called plagiarizing, okay? You verbatimly took something from the online, website, and you copied and pasted it into your essay without making a reference, and that is called plagiarism. So I'm just warning you, don't ever do that in my class. I would prefer that you restate it in your own words and then just make a reference to it, saying, according to this person, if you want to take it there, that's fine. But if you go there and try to copy and paste sentences that do not belong to you and do not give credit to that author, it is called plagiarism, and you will end up failing my paper, okay? And I gave you guys a chance to just redeem yourselves. Okay, so here's the in-text citations. It explains it. And I hope this, again, will help you. I also want to make a reference to what I'm asking you to do. Again, we're taking baby steps in my class, but again, some of you are way advanced in terms of your writing. I see that already. So, if you want to mimic some of the elements in here just to get into the habit of writing, that's perfectly fine. But in terms of your body paragraphs, some of you were just writing sentences and whatnot in terms of not having a clear topic sentence that connects to your thesis statement. So I'm not making this up. It tells you right here, body paragraphs have these 4 elements: a transition, a topic sentence, evidence, and a brief wrap-up sentence. I even provided you a structure in terms of what that should be like in your essay. So for the next essay, and I'll reiterate this next week, you're not going to talk about yourselves. It's not going to be a narrative. I'm going to have you work on a college level research kind of formatting paper where you're not using a story of your own to explain the topic. It's going to be more of a third person, okay? So we will be working towards that, especially for our second essay. So please use this as an example. And again, for those of you that are a higher level, I thought it was befitting for me to show this to you because, again, it's important for you to have this particular example, especially if you want to perfect your writing, okay? I'll be sending out an email later on pertaining to your work. I'm still grading essays, so I just wanted to give you a heads up. And I'm going to give you another video in about 5 seconds in reference to, having to create a perfect heading. All right. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.